There's another content creator. Um, Her name is Casey. Her Instagram handle is at Peace Parents, all spelled out. Um, and she posted today a cool technique called diffusion. And I just wanted to kind of extend on that, a trick that I learned 100 years ago. Um, so I also have a bit of a PDA profile. Um, and so any demand, any push that I identify, my first instinct is going to be to dig in. And I'm also hypersensitive to criticism. And so you can only imagine what parent teacher conferences and job evaluations were like for me, and really, really painful leading up to them. Once they were over, it was never as bad as I feared and envisioned. But I learned this trick, and it takes a lot of practice, but it's super helpful to have in your back pocket. And that is, and we call it please pass the butter, because that's the tone of voice that you need for this. This is upstairs, but you're definitely going to need some muscle memory and some neural pathways to pull on it when you need it. And the way that please pass the butter works is you simply say, thank you for the feedback. And the reason that appeals to those of us with a PDA profile is because I haven't agreed with you. I didn't say you were right. I didn't say, oh, thank you for telling me. You're so amazing. It doesn't mean that I dip into people pleasing. It simply means I have acknowledged that I've heard you. Now, secretly in Amanda's brain, if you hear me say, thank you for the feedback, this is what it means. However, it keeps me out of a lot of trouble. And so Casey's post today about diffusion was in parenting a kiddo with a PDA profile, and how they often will escalate if you try to argue or logic them into a different point of view. And how, because of the PDA wiring, PDA stands for pathological demand avoidance or pervasive desire for autonomy. It's a profile in the autism spectrum. It's not officially recognized here in the United States, but it's real, let me tell you. So she had a difference of opinion with her kiddo, and she had a choice. She could argue with the kid, or she could simply say, that's a good way to look at it. So my advice today is to practice a phrase that you can have in your back pocket, that you can deliver with please pass the butter, that mitigates your amygdala's response, because your amygdala immediately puts you right in fight mode, right? How dare you? I mean, like, what? Please pass the butter. Thank you for the feedback is my brain's clue of you're okay. You're safe. You don't have, simply because someone said something doesn't make it true. It doesn't have to be true for you. And those of you that know, I wear an anklet on my left ankle that spells out in Morse code ZFG, 0 F's given, because that's the phase of life that I am in, which is a wonderful thing about this decade, let me tell you. Because I spent the first 4 decades being very concerned about what people thought. So today I want to give you a tool, and it's please pass the butter. Thank you for the feedback. That's a great way of looking at it. And then simply walk away and take your stress response and take care of you. Have a great day.